Welcome back to Amy Jo Junk Journals. This is Amy Jo. Sorry, I don't have any of my lights on. I'm just discombobulated. My AC isn't going to be fixed for a couple weeks, and it's supposed to be 90 to 100 degrees. So I'm a little frustrated. Anyway, I'm working on my sea turtle journal. I did some of the work. This is just a composition book. And the, I think I showed it to you, the digitals that I got from Louisa Hansel. They're on her page. Go ahead and, if you like them, go ahead and go to her Ko-Fi shop. You can pick those up. They're beautiful. I love them. I love sea turtles, but yeah, there's just all kinds of beautiful turtle things in here. So this is what I'm gonna use, is the digitals and such. Anyway, I went ahead and made this side off camera because I wanted to see if I would like it. So this, I'm going to show you how I did it. I just took some gesso, I guess. This is just Walmart gesso, acrylic gesso. I painted it on here to cover up what was on the inside of the composition book. Then I put some tissue paper on it. Then, and then it's dried, and now that it's dried, I'm gonna just take a little sanding block that I have no idea where I got it, honestly, and I'm gonna go around to get some of this to get the, sorry if that sound bothers anybody, but I wanted to show what I did in case this is the first time ever for me making a composition junk journal. So kind of excited about that. And then I took abandoned coral. The two types of ink I'm going to use is abandoned coral and peacock feathers, because I think it goes really well with the composition book and the digital. Then I took abandoned coral and I just took this and I just did this all over the, oops, because I just want to get the highlights. I really don't need it all that. I just want it on the, you know, the wrinkles. Just to give it some color. I don't need a lot of color. Sorry, my table's hitting my stand again, my tripod. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to take, watch me not be able to find it now. I had one of those. Let's cut this. Maybe I didn't have one cut out for that yet. This is going to be the back pocket. So I want to cut this down. I'm not even in screen, am I? Sorry. I took this and cut this down so that, yeah, because I want to make another pocket for here, but I don't think I have another cutout, so let's find one. I think it's just flowers. So let's do this one. I'm just going to cut along that line basically. I'm just going to cut it in half here. It's warm in here today, guys. Sorry, so this might not be a very long video. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little distresser here and do the other 3 sides. Distress it a little bit. I printed these on cardstock. I don't know for sure what pound. 110 pound cardstock, so it's not the thickest. But it is thicker than some. You can use the edge of your scissors for this. You don't need one of these tools. And then I'm going to use the peacock feathers to distress it, or to ink around it. This isn't going to be a grungy journal, I don't believe. I want it to be more pretty, just because I think for some reason, I think my camera needs to be up a little bit higher. Feels like it's not showing enough. Oops. Anyway, so let's glue that down there. Let's see if this is open. How is everybody? I want to thank everybody that participated in the 300 subscriber giveaway. It's been great. I got my 3 winners. I want to thank them very much. The journals went out today. This is Friday. So I will, or they are going to go out today. This goes up in the morning, so they'll go out today. So I will email everybody their tracking number, so everybody can keep an eye out of when they're going to get their. I'm going to put this over just a little bit because I want to be able to see it. Once the lace is glued on there. So I forgot to turn my hot glue gun on, so hopefully this will be, it will be enough, or it'll be warm enough too. But I don't know because I have my ceiling fan on, which I usually don't when I craft. Well, I have it on when I craft. I don't when I am filming, just because sometimes it dries things out faster than I need them to. And so I want to make sure that, oops, and I'm pulling this a little tighter than normal because I want to make sure that my pocket is going to be tight and stuff does not fall out. So be careful that if you're doing this, just be careful you won't burn yourself, please. Don't need anybody burning themselves. Okay, then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to cut this off here. I didn't realize I had gotten this composition book at Dollar Tree. I didn't realize I had one in this color, so it worked out really well because this is the perfect color for this junk journal. And it happens to be one of my favorite colors. So there's that, there's the front, there's the back. Let's make a journaling card. Well, yeah. There's a journaling card we can use for here. Well, I don't know what I did with the other side of the journaling card I was using, or the backing I was using for this one. Oh, I used this one. So let's go ahead and use the glue stick. We'll put this on here. So I'm really happy. Everybody the three women that won the journals are very happy that they won them. It makes me very happy. So one of them lives in Indonesia. So she is going to split the shipping cost with me. I didn't want to, but she pretty much insisted, so I'm gonna try, let's do this again so that the ink sticks a little better. Oh, I forgot to show you how I did the composition book. I'll let you know here. I got the idea for that, how I did the composition book from Crafty Cat, Amy at Crafty Cat. She, I like the way she does her altered books. So I thought I'd do it with a composition book. I'll show you here in a minute. Let's get this journal card in here. Okay, there's the front and back so far. But what she does, see that falls out, I don't like that, but we'll work on it. What she does is when she alters a book, she leaves pages, the pages she's going to cut out, which I cut 10, she leaves in there so that it keeps the integrity of the spine and the book together. So these are all of the pages I took out of this composition book. So was a lot of them. I took one page, cut 10 out, 2 pages, kept 2, cut 10 out, kept 2, cut 10 out, kept 2, cut 10 out till I got to the back. And then I had to do one here, yeah, right here, to make it come out correct. So there was 2, cut 10, or 8, cut 1, keep 1, cut 8, and keep 1. But that's how I am making the journal. So, and then I am going to use music paper. Cut this. just to cover up these lines here. Now, then there'll be other things on here, but this is how what I'm gonna use to cover up these pages, front and back. So let's get one of those done. Hopefully this will work with my ceiling fan on. How's the weather where everybody else is at? It's supposed to start today and then start getting hotter and hotter for the next like 7 days. And I have no AC in my home. So, and and the reason I'm folding it over this way is, you know, I want to take some of that off. Let me find my ruler, because I just want, so I don't want a lot of white. So I guess I should have done that before, so my glue didn't dry. Hopefully I'm gonna get the wrinkles as much as possible out. Spread the glue, there's something in there. I don't know what that is. Okay, and then we'll have to close this up here. Put some liquid glue right here to try to get this to go down. So that it will stay. Yeah. Then I will take, I can figure this out. Might have to do it this way. It might be the easiest way I can do it without cutting into the page. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. So there's the backing of that one. And I'll do the same thing to that, but I want to show you how I'm doing this. I've got this one and this one. So I'm going to put these, like glue them on here. Should probably, oh, my glue is seeping, probably because it's so hot. Probably shouldn't use liquid glue to glue these together. Probably should use glue stick. Come on. Don't want to do all of them because I want to use some twice. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I want to glue these together. So I want two different ones, if that makes sense. I hope it does. I don't feel like I'm making any sense, so let's... And I'm not sure this is how Amy did hers at Crafty Cat, but this is how I'm doing mine. So I have two sections here. So I want, this is going to go here. I'm going to cover that. And then this one's going to go here or this way. And I'll cover the back of both of those. Let's see what I want to cover it with. Let's cover it with this pink. Guess I don't need to cover it with the pink, but that's what we're going to do for right now. Just I'm going to give it a little border here. Got to make sure I get all of the edges so that it will stay down. My glue feels extra tacky today because I think because of the heat in my room. Okay. Let's cut these out here. My quarter rounder here. That's not my quarter rounder. Oh, there it is. Just want it to mimic this like that. I don't know why those are rounded. Probably not meant to be what I'm making them for. So it looks like it should have been a little file folder of some sort. That's okay. I am making it a flip out or flip in my journal. Okay. around these corners. I'm going to leave it out a little bit because I don't want to have problems with it, you know, closing or anything like that. I want it to be able to close nicely. And same thing with this one. Pull it out just a tad. If there's something, yeah, something in there that this glue does not want to dry today because of the heat. Still very tacky. It's coming out everywhere. So I think that's gonna have to be it. I'm gonna have to cool my room down before I do another video. Let me find my, but anyway, that's the premise of that. And my glue won't, so let me show you here. I need to find my, just a minute, I need to get another pin. Don't need my glue drying up. Okay, so the premise of this is this will have something on it. You know, not this, but something. And then these will be, they'll have one at each place. Either that or I'll cut them off, which I might do. But yeah, that's the premise of that. But thank you very much for joining me today. I will get hopefully get my room calmed down a little bit or cooled off a little bit so we can work on it this weekend. But thank you for joining me, and you all have a blessed evening. Thank you now. Bye.